Hi everyone, so today we're going to be working with expanding logs. So there's some rules for expanding the logs. Now before I go over these rules, I just want to point out that b, m, and n can be any number, they can be any variable. So the first rule, log base b of m times n. Well, when we multiply, to expand it, we have to use addition. So it's going to be log base m of m plus log base b of n. And the second one, whenever we have division or whenever we have a fraction, to expand it, it's going to be subtraction. So if we have log base b of m over n, when we expand it, it's going to be log base b of m minus log base b of n. And then lastly, we have an exponent here. So we have log base b of m to the n power. Just like last week when we worked with the power property of logs, when you had to bring the exponent down into the front, well, that's basically, you've already basically learned that rule. So what you're going to do is bring the exponent down to the front. So this answer would be n times log base b of m. So let's practice these. If you have log base x of a times c, well, to expand it, we're going to do log base x of a plus log base x of c. This log has been expanded to this, remember, because it's a times c. When we do multiplication, we put a addition sign. How about if we have log base 3 of x squared? Well, we have a exponent over here, and the way to simplify an exponent is to bring it where? Down into the front. So this log expand is 2 times the log of log base 3 of x. Like I said here, bring the exponent down into the front. How about if we have log base 3 of x squared y to the 4th? Now we combined both rules that we've learned. First thing tells us to bring, remember, since it's x squared times y to the 4th, break it up. We're going to put an addition, and the other rule tells us to bring exponents where? Down into the front. So the first one is 2 times log base 3 of x plus 4 times log base 3 of y. Now if I kept adding, if I put like z to the 5th, I would have plus 5 log base 3 of c. You just keep going on. If I had 100 terms here, 100 things right over here, you would just do keep adding plus log base 3 of whatever, plus log base 3 of whatever. Whenever we have exponent, you bring it down into the front, and remember, because it's x squared times y to the 4th, you just stick the addition sign between the two of them. And notice I don't have the y here, and notice I don't have the x here. We kind of like chop it in half. So we want to work with the x squared first and then work with the y to the 4th. Now how about if I have log of 5 over x? Well, what is this here? We have a fraction. So we're going to do the numerator minus the denominator. So we're going to do log 5 minus log x. Now what happens if I have log of 2 times x over w? Well, here we have 2 times x, so that's going to be the addition, and then the second we have a subtraction, the second we have division, it's what? Subtraction. So this answer is log 2 plus log x minus log w. And why do I have the subtraction after the log x? A good rule of thumb is whenever you have a fraction right here, put the subtraction sign right after whatever this last term in the fraction was up top. Whatever the last thing in the numerator is, put the subtraction right after it. Now, how about if we have log of x times y to the third, all to the fourth power? So if we remember when we did the rule of exponents, when we have this to an exponent, we got to distribute what? The fourth power down to each and every term in the parentheses. So we're going to be left with log x to the fourth times y to the 12th. Y to the 12th? Well, when it's exponent to exponent, we multiply. So now we have this. Now we could go ahead and expand this log. Well, exponents tell you to bring the number down into the front. Because it's x times y, we're going to put a addition sign. So expanded form is 4 times log x plus 12 times log y. Now, how about if we have log of 2 times x squared over y to the third, all raised to the fifth power? Well, like I just told you, when we have parentheses with an exponent, we're going to take that exponent and distribute to each and every single term inside the parentheses. So we're going to do 2 to the fifth times 2 to the fifth times x to the 2 times 5 power divided by w to the 3 times 5 power. That simplifies down to log 32 x to the 10 over w to the 15. Remember, it's 32 times x, so what's going to be between the 32 and the x? A plus sign. And then what's going to be after the x, because it's all divided by w, it's going to be a subtraction. So we're going to have log 32 plus, remember, because this is an exponent, plus log or plus 10 log x. Now we got the division, so it's minus 15 log w. So final answer, log 32 plus 10 log x minus 15 log w. What's important to know is every single term we've expanded, all of them have what? They all have log in between. So all of the answers, you're going to see log written, however, a bunch of times. As always, here's our pets of the day. This right here, this is Taylor the Swift. And this is Oreo. Some daily reminders. Your homework is assigned daily and is posted on Google Classroom and Plus Portals. It's to be uploaded to Google Classroom or emailed to me before the start of class. If I don't receive it before, it's considered late. You won't receive full credit. Remember, your test packets are due to me tomorrow. And on Thursday, the 14th, you guys will have a quiz. Now I want you to use the rest of this class period to work on your test packets that are due tomorrow. If you have any questions, please be sure to email me.